All right, hello, Leos. Leos, this is your first monthly message for August. Thank you guys all so much, and happy birthday to any of you out there, you sun signs. Please keep in mind that this is for the energy of Leo, so these can apply for rising sign, moon sign, Venus, Mercury, however people feel guided to tune in. All right, and as always, use your own discernment and for clarification and guidance. Right. These may not apply for every single person tuning in. And if it doesn't, tune into those other placements, okay? Rising sign, moon sign, all that good stuff. Once again, happy birthday to any of you sun signs out there. These are the different cards I revealed for your solar return birthday messages. We're going to be working with these throughout the month of August for all the zodiac signs. So, if you haven't checked that out, maybe there's something there for you, just click on my channel. And that's where I revealed these, and there's different messages. So we're moving forward. It is 7/24, the new moon. So I thought, how appropriate. So you guys are the very first zodiac sign for this August monthly, and we're starting with the new moon in your sign on 7/24, Leos. Moving forward into August energy, we have Lionsgate 8889 is the full moon in Aquarius. Full moon in Aquarius energy, so you're opposite. So big energies. I did see 813 and 818 being spotlighted. I did see 826, so Virgo energy. I'm gonna have to double check when at the end of the month when the new moon is. So some of this can be past energy, depends on when you get it, and we are looking into that future energy, and you will have more than one video. I'll have two different tarots here. We're going to be working with the Illuma Tarot as well as the Relative Tarot. The oracles for this month are Dream Symbols, the Rose Oracle, and the Spirits of Flowers Oracle. And as you can see, I've brought in a lot of sunflowers, and I kind of feel like sunflowers do make me think of Leos. All right, so we're going to just jump into the cards. I'm going to see how I'm going. This is how I've set it up. We're going to start with Dream Symbols and see what else we have for the Leos, which does, of course, bring in some Piscean energy. There could be Virgo. In this point, I'm not going to give dates and times and names like I often do. And I'm going to try and keep these a bit shorter, okay, guys? But like I said, you will have more than one video. And thank you guys all so much for taking the time to tune in. I hope you have a beautiful month and a beautiful birthday season for you solar returns. All right, let's just jump in and see. So this first one with the dream symbols and Nicole Chilton, Decoding Your Nightly Dreams. As you can see, I have a bit of a new setup here, and so it's a little, I don't have all of my crystals and stuff, and I have Palo Santos here, but I don't have something to set it on for the ash and stuff. So I'm not burning it, but it's still here. Feathers are spotlighted. This is I think this might be a magpie, but the black feather. So divine guidance, either in spirit, okay, however it might have resonance for you. Okay, Leos. So an invitation to dream, okay? So maybe something about your dreams. Now this may give us some different information, right, than what came through and from your birthday solar return messages. I'm not going to read all of this again. There's a lot about French. They could be ancestry. The Relative Tarot is actually really fascinating. Oh, I did actually see some names. The name Cynthia was spotlighted quite a few times. Now, for some of you, we're trying to get discernment, right, with some of the stuff in the world and people. And if that happens to be your name, or I'm getting that, in this world, there's a lot of fake fraud, scam bot, weird stuff on social networking, X especially. Guys, X is the worst of all. And what a dumbass name for fake and very pornographic people and scammers. That's what I think of sorcery and illusion, okay? And there can be illusion with this. So there was a weird sense with the dreams, okay, because they can feel very illusion-y, right? And there can be a sense of fear. It can represent your 12th house, but decoding, confusion as well. So I do see about money, piggy bank, wisdom as well. I get a little Taurus. There's some Libra, Scorpio energy. Scorpio. I see a key and a lock. Waking up, there's a baby even. unlocking the mystery. The name Cynthia was spotlighted several times, as well as Sophia or Sophie, other C names. Now, honestly, these may be either bots or not. Okay, y'all know, if you're tuning in, when that Queen of Wands energy is someone who needs attention, okay, and they're open for, they're usually a mistress energy, things like this. It's just like, that's and the King of Wands too. Now, regardless of their zodiac sign, they can come off that way, hypersexual, needing attention, you know. Whenever someone is in those lower energies with their flipped upside down, they're really not guided by spirit. They're really in their fleshly, earthly energy. They're distorted. And we're trying to get the highest guidance. And I will say, especially you Leo sun signs, the Spirits in the Flowers Oracle has really beautiful uplifting messages. I get some Taurus energy, Leo, yeah, Libra with that as well. So we can always find that silver lining in certain things. So there was, for some, there is a sense of true commitment, okay, you know, and honesty and vulnerability, but then we recognize when someone isn't being that way and all this. We live in a world full of fucking illusion. And in the Bible, and where it says in the, you know, at the end, the second judgment and going into the lake of fire, it speaks of those who do sorcery and magical arts. And some people want to interpret that people who do tarot or oracle or mediumship. No, it's manipulation. I often see people doing this are for clarity and guidance. So, I don't know. Anyways, I just want to get into this. I know that I'm trying to, look, this even talked about Joseph here and having a dream about his brothers. We can talk, I'm getting a little bit of the Bible stuff and like the book of Daniel and receiving even guidance in dreams according to what is written in the scriptures there, okay? This does make me think of Edgar Cayce, okay, who is Piscean energy, okay? The Sleeping Prophet, okay? Zombie was there, wandering aimlessly, dead eyes. Maybe you're noticing that even. And I often think those are the people that they're fairly empty in their souls. I don't know, something is very empty, you know? We often say that the eyes are the window to the soul. And a lot of times people will call these people, you know, where we see that is actually with Zombie here, because Zombie is being spotlighted again. Now, you can use your own discernment. Maybe this is something in waking life, or this is something regarding a dream, okay? We call them, like, you know, the Walking Dead, right? I'm thinking of something like that, right? Or the unawakened, unaware, even following the worldly things and thinking that money and sex and partying and all that good stuff, like, you know, whatever is what's important. And that's people who've lost their way, or they're not having an awakening yet. Usually it takes for them to realize and get to a certain thing. So for example, you know, reaching an attainment of wealth, you know, let's talk about someone like Elon Musk, or those elites and Trump and all of these, and there's so many of them, right? And let me tell you, they're not happy. No matter how much money, those people need attention. They're doing it, you know what I mean? Like there's emptiness there. Yeah, and I mean that's on a political standpoint, or these people we see up. But it's in all walks of life. So it's not sometimes until people actually get to that point. Sometimes they'll have that, they realize that all of these riches and stuff and all of this stuff is so empty and pointless. And true connections that are authentic, vulnerable, they're such hypocrites because they talk about fake news and fake information when they're the epitome of what's creating the illusion. All right. I think, you know, there's some fascinating things, but the sorcery of the deception with the AI and all of that shit is actually going to be a huge downfall for our society. That's my views. That's what's come through to me for spirit. It causes chaos and disruption and distrust within relationships, and being scammed, manipulated, and it's frustrating. So let's just jump in. Remember, so there is some of you definitely, if you watched, okay, I got the name Tiffany again in June. Someone's name could be June or something about June. So Gemini, Cancer sign, Leo, the Lion King, Egypt. All right, so I already read this one, so I'm going to see if there's new things that come forth. All right. For the Leos that are tuning in, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, I'm going to shuffle up these different dream symbols. They have a front and a back, so I will read both, and then we will get, maybe some tarot to go with it. I'm going to try and, I don't know how many videos you will have, but you will definitely have more than one. So if this isn't your cup of tea that you're interested in, I mean, you clicked, so maybe there is something there for you, but, or you have Pisces. You guys have had a lot of Pisces. I see the Doors. I'm getting Jim Morrison and Break On Through to the Other Side. I'm getting Sag energy. No way. Alice in Wonderland, The Secret Garden. See also the Keys. So if you're seeing different doors, weird symbols, The Secret Garden and Alice in Wonderland. Alice is also a name I've seen spotlighted several times. I'm telling you guys now, if this is your name and you know that, some of these other names are actually these not, whether they are scammers or manipulators or they are not in the highest good for all. It's really actually hard to find people who are truly have pure heart and intent, right? And this is where we start. All that stuff causes this distrust, the manipulation, the illusion. That's the sorcery. And it's all about, but keep in mind, the bigger they fall, or the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And also pride comes before it, the falleth. This is interesting because there is this, I saw another oracle deck and I'm actually interested. I might look, I think it's called Liminal Spaces. But I was seeing the Doors. I saw this on a different reader's channel. But usually, now I'm going into past life regression stuff with it. I'm not even reading what it says on here, and that's what's coming through. So if any of you are into stuff like this, okay, or you've done some type of, past life regression, oftentimes, for me, for example, it was opening a door and going in, okay, or pushing, and then you're in that area. Portals to new worlds, new adventures, and new ideas. Let's take that one because it's standing out. No Way and the Labyrinth, guys. Oh my gosh. All right, so some of you might have tuned in back in, I did some pick a cards with the Labyrinth and David Bowie. I'm getting that. Jim is a name even, or David even, and Jim Morrison. Now, I also had the knock knock doors, so looking through a door. So I did pick a character that are timeless. So if you're new to my channel, gosh, you might have to go, I'm like, when did I do those ones? Back in like November 2024 or something. Or maybe you tuned in during that time and found but the Labyrinth and this confusion even. So I do get Sag energy and of course that Piscean. That makes me think of like which door to go through. A maze. Weird. Okay, let's take this one. Think of some of the most magical doors in literature and the worlds on the other side of them. Wonderland in Alice's Adventure in Wonderland, the Hidden Garden in The Secret Garden, and the hope for safety in Mohsin Hamid's 2017 novel Exit West. Doors symbolize portals to new worlds, new adventures, and new ideas. So there's this new I'm telling you, It feels like this is like opening through, you know, this new moon, maybe even that 8-8 Lionsgate portal, and that full moon in Aquarius energy. Even when you're dreaming, new ideas. When a door shows up in your dream, you're being invited to explore. What you find on the other side may not be exactly what you had hoped for, though. This makes me think of that with the labyrinth, right? So if you're not familiar with these, then this one might not be for you. Because in that movie, in that show with David Bowie, who is a Capricorn, does make me think a bit of some Taurus energy too. And Jim Henson, Jim Morrison, who else? There's another Jim. But in that, one always lies, the knockers, right? And one, or the guards of the door. One always tells the truth and one always lies. And when she goes in, the first door is straight to the oubliette, which is like a dungeon, right? So it may not always be what you're hoping for. These are going to bring up sometimes some weird hidden stuff when we think about the dreams, and we think about 12th house energy. For me, Piscean energy is going to bring in that Virgo Pisces energy for me on a personal level, and I'm Libra, so I share that. I think when you're tuning into Oracle and tarot readers, and they share those, you know, zodiac signs, it can help. They shine a light on different areas in your life on a personal level, right? Vice versa. And I've shared this before, Leos. You guys are my 11th house, okay? And I have Mars in Leo. So sometimes I can come off very heated, or I can, you know, that Mars energy is definitely that masculine energy. So it says here, if you see a door, what did it look like? Was it easy to open? Where did it lead to? And what have been the key aha moments lately? Doors symbolize portals. Yeah. Okay. What you find on the other side may not be exactly what you hope for, though. This is a time when you might start feeling more in tune with yourself and start noticing the bigger connections with the world around you. If the door was heavy, hard to open, or locked, keep trying. You'll soon find the key that fits. Now let's see what's on the back. The dolls. Now these are alphabetical order, okay? So maybe there is something about the dolls. Oh my gosh, dolls can be so weird. Dolls can be creepy, right? Dolls can be the dolls. Maybe there's something about the dolls. I'm getting like even the Annabelle doll, which is creepy, voodoo dolls. I'm getting like whatever, porcelain dolls. Dude, yes, dolls are an integral part of childhood. And one way that children learn through imaginary play and pretend, but they're also the basis of many nightmares and horror movies, right? Oh, what is that? They can elicit a genuine fear known as pediophobia. Oh my gosh. Different dolls can symbolize different themes in your dream. For example, the nesting doll might be a direct reflection on the internal layers of your personality. A rag doll could represent your limp feelings towards life. Effigies and dolls made to look like someone specific are common in religious ceremonies and folk magic, and can add an element of the unknown and mystery to your dreams. Look at the conditions of the doll and how it appeared in your dream. If the dolls are truly symbolic or your childhood play, think about the current state of your inner child. Are you properly caring for them? What kind of doll was it? Whose doll was it? How did you interact with it? And how do you connect with your inner child? So, inner child work. I'm going to bring the camera down. Okay, we have doors and dolls. Dolls and doors. Labyrinth was there too, and they're both upright, so I feel like it isn't interlinking to that, okay? I'm really excited. I am feeling very guided to, into that future energy. I haven't worked with Labyrinth since 2024.
So look forward to that. Maybe that will come up during, I don't know, next month or something. But there's a door here, right? And we have the maze. The labyrinth is a maze. Underneath there is knots. K. Except, okay, a labyrinth is like a maze, except it offers only one path to the center. That sentence alone evokes a myriad metaphors for your dream. The most obvious one is that you are traveling a path towards enlightenment to your soul. Many labyrinths are represented in a circular shape, just as a spiral or some variations of a mandala. Carl Jung, in his years of dream work, found his patients dreamed of mandalas and circular paths when they were seeking wholeness. If you've dreamed of a labyrinth or a mandala, your conscious self may be looking for a relationship with your subconscious world, opening up endless streams of creativity and connectedness. Pay special attention in forthcoming dreams for further symbols of circles, spirals, and paths, which are clues that you are headed in the right direction. They may not be obvious. This is where dream journaling could prove valuable. It says also to look up snail. That's weird. Why does snail have to do with this? So taking things slow. The questions to ask yourself in this dream: did you reach the center or find your way out? What obstacles did you face? And was anyone with you? What inner path are you on right now? And knots. Someone's in knots. I get an energetic knots. Something feeling tied up. Knotted knots in your stomach even. Knots have been a part of spiritual ceremonies across cultures and religions. Wow, this is even Catholicism is, I've seen that in a marriage ceremony, especially for people who are Catholic. They do this, they bind their arms together, the bride and groom. But this is even hand fasting is what it's called. This is a Celtic tradition, ironically. All right, an ancient Celtic tradition known as hand fasting. A couple binds their hands with a braided rope and exchanges vows. Wow, that's really interesting. A Celtic knot. During the Sapadi, I don't know if I say that right, this ritual in Vedic Hindu wedding ceremonies, the couple's garments are tied together as they take 7 laps around a sacred fire. Knots have been theological significance in Jewish worship, specifically on the talit, a prayer shawl. The 613, maybe that's a 613, maybe is in spotlighted. This is interesting. I do believe for one of your guys, especially your solar turn birthdays, a Jewish star came out when I pulled charms. So this could also be about your ancestry, or you know what I mean, or something like that. We often talk about, cutting cords even to things where there has been some type of a binding spell even, or feeling bound together. Now, if this is about, see, that's the whole thing. There's taking this, like, I get the sense of, like, the 3-legged race or something where you tie. So it's being able to work together in tandem. Because if you're out of sync, you won't get anywhere with this person. Like, if you guys are not, you know what I mean? So think of this like a 3-legged race, or where you are. So if you are not in sync, you will fall. And that's what happens with what I see as well. And actually what would happen then, the person who falls is going to pull the other person down too. So it's like, weird. I don't know. This is interesting though, that it says 613. So maybe dealing with Gemini. There was a lot about something in June for you guys. Maybe that's, this talks about 613 commandments in the Torah. Okay, and ancient Egyptians believed that knots could bind or untie magic and signified eternal life. Knots also serve the practical purpose of physical connection. A loose or untangled knot can mean life or death for a sailor. Right, so in a different context, if that knot is not tight and secure, So it could be the same thing. If they're, if you're with your person or something, or yourself, that could mean certain death, right? For a sailor or rock climber. Weird, because you guys did it for some of you. Maybe there was something about rock climbing. Because I saw that in your last one. How did the knots show up in your dream? Chances are, if you're untangling a knot in your dream, you are working out a problem in waking life. Think about what you're hoping to straighten out and the patience it may require. What was tied up? Did you untangle the knot? What's going on in your waking life that needs to be untangled? I'm getting even, like when you get a bunch of chains or your necklaces or things like that, they get all tangled. The next question to ask yourself is, are you making a long-term commitment in life? So we have the labyrinth and knots, doors and dolls. I'm just going to take those two so we can move on. Those are interesting. Now, underneath there, I do see about the crystals, working with stones and crystals. If you're dreaming about that, yeah, crystals. Ooh, that one's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to leave it here. I'll be working with this deck for all zodiac signs, so we will see what comes up next. I'm going to leave that one there. When I move on, of course, next is going to be Virgos. I'm going to go straight in order throughout the zodiac signs. Okay, Leos. Should we jump to, so this is the first sense of, this is more of a, it says it's a dream symbol decoding your nightly dreams. Now, if this has nothing to do with anything you've dreamt about, then maybe this one isn't about you or something, or there's more to it than just, in your dreams, sensing that. Maybe I'll go straight into tarot. Maybe I will do a Celtic cross spread. Yes. Okay, I'm going to jump straight into Illuma Tarot. This one very beautiful by Kalina Lux. Aquaria. All right, I love this deck. It is so beautiful. The light is so vibrant. Okay, I hope you like the sunflowers, guys. I feel like the sunflowers make me think of the fire energy. Actually, I might use a picture of a sunflower. As you can see, and I shared this with all of you, that it was so weird because this new moon, I'm in a whole different place. Honestly, I'm in a different state even, okay? So there was mention of you traveling and doing things and stuff like this. And then trying to get it all set up. It's not all beautiful, as lovely as before, but yeah. So if you travel, safe journeys. My personal travel was smooth sailing. If you can, splurge and get like first class, dude. If you can fly somewhere, oh, it's always. With like traveling, I just don't like, it's hard to be around a lot of people. And then there's so much chaos on the roads too and things like that, but stay safe out there, because one of those and maybe there was fears about it, or because one of your other ones said something about a crash. Now I think this is even maybe feeling like a fearful thing, or have been in one even. Now that'd be specific if you are like the Leo sun sign, because that's what's spotlighted for the sun sign energies for their birthday messages. And I share some of my own personal experiences, and because sometimes that's in tune. Sometimes we can resonate because we've also, had certain things in our lives that were similar. And when it's not, it sometimes can humble you, or, what's going on in your life or things like that. We learn lessons, right, too, of paying attention, trusting our intuition, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm just going to jump into the tarot. The first card I have is the Nine of Cups in reverse, which means someone's not getting what they were wishing or hoping for. Maybe it's not exactly what you had wished for. And someone didn't actually wish for this to happen. Wow, what else? Queen of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, if you are dealing with a feminine water sign, or have that in your chart, and she doesn't have to be that, she could be emotionally manipulating. She can be playing a victim. She could be And I'm getting it's going to be Piscean or Cancer sign in this one. Feminine. I try and keep the gender specific, okay? Because I want guidance and clarity. Sometimes it's just way too open-ended. You know, so if that's not what you're dealing with, yeah, I'm seeing her in reverse. Weird, and she is using a child, or she's acting childish. She could be trying to emotionally manipulate someone by using her child as a tool. Or she could be, what else? Four of Cups. So this is also someone who wants to have this new ambition or try something new, to get out a sense of regret or boredom. This is about family. Someone, 410, Aries energy. What else do I have? And strength, Leo, yeah. So you could have an Aries or a Leo person as part of your family. This soul tribe is going to give someone strength, confidence, okay? To overcome, to face fears, to feel strong, brave. That's your card, right? And also understanding the need for patience, and you reap what you've sown. Seven of Pentacles, planting new seeds. Someone else been cursing someone out. They're unhealed. They refuse to rest and do the type of healing work that they need. They're still manipulative, liar, the Hierophant in reverse, the Knight of Coins. So even a Taurus, because we have the Knight of Coins in reverse, someone breaking a vow, a contract, a commitment. Yeah, maybe there's arguments regarding religion, okay, because of Hierophant. Maybe you're dealing with someone who portrayed themselves as religious or spiritual. But there's disloyalty. They're a no-show. They're not committed. They've done something here, and they could be manipulating something, lying. They're trying to move forward and get out of feeling sad and depressed. Someone's in indecision because they feel like someone is no longer caught in their head over these thoughts. High Priestess, so someone is being silent, just listening, tuning in, not responding, gaining clarity, seeing that somebody is looking at their options. We got so double Piscean, 2-7, the 27th, 527 Gemini energy too. That's interesting. But maybe the 27th is spotlighted. Yeah, this person has been looking at options. They're in like maybe for work. Someone could be looking for work or be looking regarding money. Yeah, Queen of Coins in reverse. Okay, this person doesn't have a job. Okay, two feminines in reverse in this one. So ironically, in some of your other videos, it was a lot of masculines. Okay, this may be showing a different dynamic or different people. Queen of Coins in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse. These feminine energies are in a lack mentality. They're playing a victim, emotionally manipulating. There could be drugs or alcohol or things like that. Or they could be greedy, very materialistic. Yeah, they're wanting money. 3 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I'm getting 9 of Cups, 9-3. So someone could be born in 93 or Virgo energy as well. 3-9, someone could be 39. Someone is not getting what they were hoping for. Someone maybe wanted to come around. This could be someone in your friends group, have a reconciliation, go out to, lunch or dinner, celebrate. Maybe even this is someone regarding your own birthdays for some of you, okay, that they're not celebrating you. There's no happy times, happy birthday. This can also show that these are people that, they just want to party and overindulge. Yeah, this is a soulmate in reverse. There's no love in this. There's no true compassion, and this is a weird jealous person. This is the third party friend energy. Weird, because it seems like there was definitely karmic. You may have been generous and kind to this person. 26, the 26, someone could be 26, to help them out. Okay, you may have been kind, giving, or helping them with paying off their debts. I'm saying someone is no longer carrying a heavy burden. Okay, they're not doing this work. It was to help them regarding feeling burdened. Maybe they lack passion. Maybe they lack ambition, vitality. Yeah, and they've been saving stuff up, waiting patiently, but they're still not feeling victorious. It's not coming in. They're not, yeah, something is not being created. They're not being able to collaborate and work with others. Okay. Queen of Wands is up, right? That could be you, feminines. And Virgo. How weird is this? Okay. Now, I did a reading for Virgo Aries. That was interesting, where I got the what's the tea, and that one seemed to be all about the money. Honey. Okay, someone is seeing a different perspective here, trying to gain enlightenment. Queen of Wands, Hangman, Nine of Swords, and anxiety, fear, sleepless nights. Oh, and someone shining light. Like I'm seeing somebody staying up all night long, full of anxiety, even about you. Okay, the sun, or a child, because you represent the child. But the sun is up, so they could be doing this regarding you. Okay, their youth. Someone is done juggling. Maybe they're not good at multitasking. Okay, yeah, they're having definitely it's financial issues here. Someone is trying to defend someone. Oh, but someone is being blocked. This King of Swords in reverse. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, masculine energy, and a King of Wands in reverse. So you could be dealing with two different people, or give you an energy of this person comes off very, they're rude, they're cutting, they're manipulative with their words. They could come off angry. They could speak dirty, talk really nasty, sexual too. Okay. They're angry and they think that they're smarter and bigger and wiser. The Magician in reverse. Some of you is definitely a Gemini. Okay, doesn't have to be, but there's manipulation. They wish bad for others. They're heartbroken. They want somebody, they're a third party. They want someone to feel heartbroken. Three of Swords. Ooh, about someone getting, wow. The Three of Swords just flew out. Nicole, okay. To this invitation to a dream about school. This could be somebody you went to school with. Someone feels heartbroken. What the heck? That was weird. Someone's receiving, they're heartbroken about someone giving someone a gift, or, weird. That's weird. Or money, or a job, okay, or a bonus. And I see Ace of Swords in reverse too. So we have somebody, and Ten of Swords in reverse. So there's deception. There's something hidden that hasn't been revealed. Someone feels betrayed, or they are a betrayer. Yeah, they're gaslighting. They want to argue. Five of Swords, 10-5, 110, maybe Capricorn, Libra energy. Someone wants to argue and gaslight and manipulate. Okay, we have the Emperor, the boss coming up. Okay, Emperor, father. He's upright. Yeah, and then that Queen of Coins in reverse. So it's like they're arguing with, this could be about your own boss at work, a father figure. You could be this if you're the Emperor, if you resonate as the Emperor tuning in, okay? Or, if you're the Empress in this dynamic, that could be someone you're with, a husband, okay? Or he's a boss, a grandfather, a father. He's upright. So he's someone that people see as a leader, and he's kind of refereeing these other people who are in a lack mentality. They don't have a job. Queen of Coins don't work, okay? Or she's been fired, or she's not making any money. She's codependent. She's looking at her options. Seven of Cups, she could be, oh man, in an illusion. And High Priestess, oh, in that dreaminess even. Yeah, weird. Okay, that's what I see when I first open it. Actually, we are going to take this Three of Swords and put that back in the deck. And I am going to see what is most important for the Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, Mercury, all who tune in for the highest good for this month of August, okay? And like I said, happy birthdays. It's 7/23, the new moon, all right? The new moon. I'm going to try and get more than one video out for you guys today. Okay, let's do, okay, I'm going to try and do this by memory. Okay, I am switching things up. I'm going to be working with the Celtic Cross spread instead of, a lot of times if you've been with my channel, I'll read the entire deck and split it into weeklies. It gets a little long, right? But let's see what this current energy is. Now, this represents you. Now, if you need to twist it, or not twist it, but flip it, and this energy can maybe represent someone that you're thinking of, whoever, you know, where there's confusion or wondering or whatever is going on. Okay, what is the main energy in this situation? Our first card is about passion. Okay, creativity. This could be, yeah, new ambition, or this can represent even, you know, this can represent sexual energy too. So someone's wondering, so you're feeling very passionate, very energetic. You have this new creative spark. And maybe that's it. That's in the center here. Maybe you went through a door, you're sensing this portal, but now we've got this maze. Okay. So this could be that you have this new, you know, you have this passion. I love that. Okay. We're going to take it for good. So you're wondering about this passion, this creativity. And let's see, what is challenging this? Okay. What is challenging this passion? What is trying to block or cause some type of challenge for the Leos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs to tune in. Oof, I need to keep going. Whoa, we have quite a bit. There's quite a bit of drama, looks like. Okay, first thing I see is the Chariot in reverse. So someone not wanting to move, take action, move forward. It could be a Cancer sign or issues with a vehicle, a car. 7-1. So something even... The Chariot, you got a big story here, and I know you can't see it. It all fell. Like, see, that's the thing. This is, we look at these things to see our blind spots. Maybe someone needs to pay attention. Someone else is maybe like not wanting to move forward with something. 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so someone's trying to really get out of feeling some type of depression. New creativity spark. So the thing that's challenging you is trying to get out of some sadness about not being able to move forward or travel somewhere. 7-5. It could be you get a Cancer sign in your chart. You guys are cusp energies. I do see the Star. Okay, so someone really has this new inspiration to come out of depression and sadness. And, you know, this is your opposite. So you could definitely be pulling in this energy as well. I also see some Taurus, Cancer sign. Okay, 5-17. And we have a King of Cups upright. Wow. So this might be specific if you are dealing even... I see Ace of Coins in reverse too. So it could feel like somebody didn't actually receive some type of money or a gift, maybe a loan, or they didn't have something, someone feeling like, I feel like somebody may have let something go. Like, we have this Virgo, Cancer, Pisces energy. All right, so this is what's challenging you. Maybe it is someone else. Someone who feels like they are, you know, in the spotlight, a rising star. Okay, we have a King of Cups. So for some of you, it's definitely a Cancer sign, okay, or that Pisces. I'm not getting Scorpio so much. So maybe you're coming off this way. I don't know who you are tuning in. Keep that in mind. I don't know who you are in the dynamic, and it's going to be different for different people tuning in, right? And it may not apply for everybody. I'm getting that there was something, you could have some type of item, or there could have been some depression or sadness about not receiving, you know, a gift or a bonus or a raise or something, or a car loan or something for a trip, you know, and you're trying to, you're overcoming that. And there's there's an acceptance of, you know, maybe it's dealing with a Taurus or an Aquarius even. I don't know here. Because that's in reverse. And we have the Hangman. So we also have that Virgo energy or Piscean. Okay. I'm also getting 112. Capricorn. 117. The Hangman in reverse to me. See, the cards are beautiful. So I have Virgo, Aquarian energy, Pisces energy. Someone maybe gave something away, you know, or you could have been holding on to an item that was actually keeping you in some weird sadness. It could have had some energy. Maybe it's a doll. Maybe it was something like that, you know, like haunted shit, right? Or, you know, when you're in tune with energy, if there is some type of like, what feels like emotionally charged, you know, for example, if you've had, if you can walk in and sense the energy, if there's been, some type of a heavy argument or something like that, or there has been a place where this is where heartbreak or finding out some stuff had happened. Maybe there was an inner linking. Maybe you got rid of a car even, or you gave away a car or trip or something. I don't know. It's really weird. We have a double Virgo. What is up? Maybe this is between Virgo, Virgo energy, or when we get into that, the end of the month. Because I'm also seeing this King of Cups maybe wants to they could have Virgo in their chart even, or they are trying to be understanding, loving, compassionate, that somebody just they want to stay home. They don't want to, travel. The Hermit is enjoying their time, getting enlightenment, not wanting to go out and deal. So maybe somebody turned down like a trip or a move or something. And maybe it's not you and it's someone else, and they're still, and maybe there was a time feeling sad about it. We have 8 of Cups. Yeah, someone emotionally detached from this situation. Literally, I don't know what this is, a monetary thing, or literally a trip, a move, a vehicle, a gift. 9-8 Virgo, a lot of Virgo energy. Now, once again, this is all for everyone who has that Leo energy. So there could be Virgos tuning in, and you guys got Leo. All right. This is what's challenging this situation. I don't see it as a challenge. I see this as it was like this came through before. You are ready to take action, and the information came in. Maybe you had been waiting to find out if this person wanted to travel or travel towards you, or about a car or something. You also had somebody, like, especially the Virgo Aries, didn't have somebody had car issues. Damn, the next one is the House of God, which is the Tower. Leo. 8-16. 12-16. 8-17. So something. Now, this could be, I don't know when you're getting it. The House of God is the Tower. You see all that electricity. Someone has let go of something. Also, maybe someone sees someone as a rising star, trying to be hopeful, optimistic. You definitely have, this is Scorpionic. Someone's emotionally detached and from this person, and somehow that gave someone that, I feel like they're like the same here. It's the same cards, even Hangman and Hermit. Dang, I'm gonna read this out because that was quite a bit. Underneath there we have Strength, guys. So there's your card again. So even for some of you rising signs, okay, and you're a Virgo or Cancer sign or something here, vice versa, that Taurus energy seems spotlighted as well. Aquarius, Capricorn. The 11th 8-11 is spotlighted. We talked about the difference with the relative tarot, talking about how actually Justice and Strength often in the major arcana can be flip-flopped. Strength is often the 8 card. We often think of that as the 8. In this deck, Justice is the 8 card. Leo, what's on our Strength? Yeah, someone has this confidence and to face something. Someone feels very strong about work. All right. Someone could be, this is also work. Maybe it is your physical body and feeling confident and strong and actually, physically fit. Maybe you're doing something. Okay, we have work is up. Emotionally detached from this situation. Even, and some of you just want to kind of stay home and do your thing even. Over here, this House of God is happening because the give and take is not fair in this relationship. There is not a balance. They don't pay their debts off. Okay, there's indecision. There's a sense of favoritism. Okay, people are treating people differently, and being more generous. And for example, when I see that, sometimes it could be in a family dynamic where, I saw this a lot with my mother-in-law and my children versus, my husband's brothers and sisters, children, and even the way she treated them because of the religious stuff. Even me, like that. This is one of the things that got to me was I was like, having this time together, and then, seeing how this seems petty. I'm just gonna say that, but it does show something where, for example, it's Christmas time, okay, or it's your birthday season. So, in one sense, this person either doesn't give you anything, or they kind of, they're gonna really skim it out. They're gonna go to low, get you some knockoff shit, some Dollar General, some DI shit, some Big Lots, Kmart, just Walmart, and then go and get high-end boutique, high-end products that for the other people. It can be something like that, even where it's that there is favoritism based on whether or not people will. And ironically, my mother-in-law is a Leo, dude. So, I'm also seeing somebody's doing work, but they're still not paying their debts off. So they may be doing this work, but not balanced in their checkbook. There's indecision here, because feeling like something 62, and we have Temperance. Something about Valentine's Day, 214, Aquarian energy. Someone's indecision. I feel like you could even be trying to you could have Sag in your chart, or thinking about this, how to balance something out, and how you can be victorious, overcoming, your own financial things. I really want to see, because it did get 6 of coins underneath this. There's something, this Tower knocks someone off, right? Let's see what it says. Okay, this is a pretty interesting book. Very different. So I am going to start with, no, I don't know that this doesn't really show me reversals in this one. The Chariot. So 722 is spotlighted, and 723. Okay, so yeah, with this Chariot energy, I get it. It's someone feeling like they're not gonna, this is feeling caught. They don't want to go through this door or something. Someone does need to take some time alone to work on themselves. Feel confident, brave, strong, overcoming, deep depression even. Okay, I want to read the Tower for you guys, the Finger of God, as well as the Star card. We already know the Hangman's there in reverse. Sometimes this can be, this person is unwilling to see both sides of the issue. To see this is where there is a blockage. The Tower too. Where are you at, Tower? The 16. Oh, there we go. I almost said the House of Cards. That makes me think of this old show with Kevin Spacey. That was there was so much gross stuff in that. Someone could be 38 or 39, or even 17, 16. Okay, it says, whether we have successfully passed through the mastery portion of the previous card, which is the devil, the adversary, our own adversary or not, it comes to you as a stark reawakening. Someone's having a reawakening. Your eyes, and especially your third eye, can no longer stay closed to the light of the cosmic divine truth that flow into them at increasing speeds. The river of information from the superhighway of nature and God flow into your crown, and if you attempt to shy away from it, destruction may occur. Allow this third initiation, however forceful it may feel, to catapult lower aspects of your ego out, so only a solid foundation of authenticity may stand the test of time. When penetrated with the light of God, by the way, capital G, God Almighty, can you allow it to illuminate your own nature, your own true nature? Are you clinging to aspects of yourself that are ingenuous? What are you being called to allow to dissolve and soften into a more authentic version of yourself? So these are all these different types of blockages, right? And maybe it is a Virgo person or a Cancer sign even, or Taurus energy, or you have that in your chart. That's really interesting though. The give and take is not balanced and fair with it. 8-6 Leos. 12-8 Sag. So we could definitely have some Sag, Virgo, or be a Sag or a Virgo with rising sign or moon signs, Leos. Okay, let's see what's in the past. Indecision. What is in the past regarding the situation? 7 of Coins in reverse. Ooh. Impatience, okay? This is also you reap what you've sown. This is about money, finances, work, right? But these are investments. Sometimes this can represent harvest time after you've been working, receiving something. This can mean someone taking money out of their investments, or they weren't thinking or not thinking all the way long term. Okay, what's in the future? I see someone really not wanting to multitask very well, or having issues juggling their finances, someone doesn't want to be juggling. What's in the future? Energy regarding this situation for the Leos tuning into this month of August. Messages, Leos. Okay, we need to go again. Future energy. Thank you. 2 cards, Magician in reverse and 2 of Coins. Ooh. Someone feels like they are not able to create something. You got someone who's juggling. This is a manipulation, an illusion. This is what we're noticing, we're recognizing, we're becoming aware of. More than anything, you're becoming aware of the illusions of the manipulation. Magician in reverse is... this isn't what someone, this person is still juggling, or you are still trying to multitask. 1, 2. 12, 1. Wow. All right, what's in your thoughts regarding this? Tired of waiting and wanting to, maybe you're waiting for an empress. This could be a grandmother, a mother, a mother-in-law. This could be a wife or someone who's unabundant. She may have left. She may be abandoned something here. The Empress in reverse. Okay, there's someone where there is something from your past, where there's nostalgia, good memories. There's someone you've known for a long time. Tired of waiting. Yeah. I get that you've received something. Maybe they sent you something or something. They sent a message online or purchased something. Okay. That's what I see, but let's ask. So what are in the conscious thoughts, right? Regarding the situation, we're taking these 2. Once again, indecision about the adversary, the devil energy. Okay, so we have that Capricorn. I get Aquarian energy too, 215. So there's indecision about breaking free of something that's toxic, binding, controlling, fear. Thinking things through logically about really what is this adversary, which is the devil, right? And a nemesis, the temptation, the controlling. Whoa. Maybe thinking about how you can overcome some. Now this can represent even addiction, okay, or fear, okay, or any type of temptation. I'm seeing, it's breaking free. So there are thoughts you're already thinking about it. It's already done in your mind. This new passion, because this devil energy will keep someone in depression to a point that they want to, not be here. Get it? That's what the devil wants you to hurt yourself and others. And addictions, okay? Temptation, lust, drugs, sex, alcohol, whatever that is, the money, whatever. Fear, it can be fear-mongering regarding religious things even. But I think it's beautiful. This does say sometimes this is, you can be your own adversary. But I see you like breaking free, like actually is really beautiful, overcoming. This is quite a story. I do want to find out more about that future energy, because it's like I get it more of, she's seeing clearly the illusion and the manipulation, and that someone is juggling or trying to multitask things, but they're not feeling successful. They don't have pure intent in their heart for what they're trying to create. All right, let's see what's hidden beyond this. I'm gonna bring this down. What is hidden in the now this is even in your crowning area, right? Now we're going into the root of the situation. This is maybe something that's even hidden. It's in your hidden subconscious or in the roots. Wow. And once again, can't see it. Knight of Coins. So thinking things through. This is even like taking things slow. I love that this is up. So this is that earth energy, but this is even about, okay, Knight of Coins to me, I always take it as like, going out and having a really nice dinner, taking things slow, someone showing up late, but they are bringing something good in, right? It's a material wealth or spending money even, okay? Maybe it's a getting together at work, or there's a work relationship, or not just relationship, but a work meeting. There's a lot of that earth energy. So you could definitely have earth energy in your like 4th house, or in your ancestry even, or that Taurus Capricorn. I mean, so much Virgo energy. Could be any though, all right? Okay. I do want to ask a little bit about this Magician in reverse and the 2 of Coins before we move forward. Okay. Give me guidance and clarity about this Magician in reverse. Wow. Child of Wands, 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Someone is defending and blocking. So someone is protected, or I get blocking these illusions, these manipulators. Okay, especially protecting children. Child of Wands. Even your own inner child, okay? Child of Wands is fire energy. But about your own passion, your creativity. The Page, okay? Defending or blocking this illusion here. Okay, someone was trying to, 2 of Coins is really also about multitasking, budgeting even. And this is about a new ambition, or even something for your own children, or your own inner child. Wow. Yeah. Defending. And this is a heavy burden. So someone's putting in a lot of work, feeling like they are dealing with this. I'm seeing that someone has a lot of ambition, and they are willing to put in a lot of work. Maybe it's another Leo, or a Sag, or an Aries if you have a child, or this is your own inner child. Maybe this is also trying to balance out, like if you have, for children and stuff, like, all right, if you have more than one child, it's like multitasking and juggling, right? Of someone like taking, for example, I see this as, hey, my kid wants to go, learn how to dance or do soccer, or, or something like this. And this is like being their inspiration because they want to try something new. All right. What is in your control regarding the situation? We are 1 hour 3 in. Yeah, see, these still go long, guys. All right, what is in your control regarding this situation? We have King of Coins. So, once again, you have some control or power. Maybe you have a lot of finances, wealth, money. Okay, maybe this is, being wise with your finance, being generous and giving. Being compassionate, understanding. Child of Cups, there's innocence. Not being greedy. This is so interesting because see, this King of Coins has been shown that he's been given abundance because it's his spiritual purpose. Look, he's connected to the divine here. Okay, we have Ace of Swords in reverse. So this is also, there may be certain things that you don't, they're not for children. Ace of Swords in reverse. This is not revealing everything, not revealing everything, not sharing all the wisdom. There's certain things that children don't need to learn and know about. That's not on their it could be something like that. Maybe it feels like it's a heavy burden holding this truth back. 10-1. 2 children even. Could be a fire and a water sign. Doesn't have to be, but these are innocent young energies. And we have a king of coins. So, maybe you are standing up and defending even about finances, money. There's wealth here. And maybe it's like not letting them know about something. Someone's carrying quite a burden though. All right, let's see. Okay, what else is this? I see Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. Ooh, so it's so cool because there's Leo right there on this Wheel of Fortune. As you can see, I see 10 of Swords under there. So 10-10, even Libra energy. But this is about abundance, karma, divine timing. Coming out of financial, 5 of Coins in reverse. 5-10, 10-5. So towards Libra energy as well. I'm seeing overcoming any type of financial, setbacks or feeling pushed away, because there's good fortune coming in. Communication even, taking the action. 10 of Cups, there's a lot of love and support. So you're going to be receiving, of course, you have a lot of, there is, this 10 of Cups is nurturing, loving, supportive, a fast action, communication that shows that. I mean, especially even for your birthdays, maybe there is something that's being given to you that's really gonna, help get you out of any type of feeling stuck, or feeling pushed away or kicked out even. You're gonna gain clarity about a Queen of Wands in reverse, who is the betrayer. 10 of Swords with a Queen of Wands in reverse. So y'all know, right? She's the betrayer. She is the mistress energy. See, someone's going to tell someone about this and it's going to end up giving somebody. So I'm saying that if you've been dealing with a feminine like that, or it could be even another Leo person, it can be fire sign, doesn't have to be, but she's in that feminine energy that is very promiscuous, needy, okay? The mistress energy. And she is a betrayer. And so when this comes to light, clarity is coming through. 7-1, 7-10. So Cancer sign, even she could be a Cancer sign, or you are. What else I see? I see 8-10 Leos. 10-5, she could Libra, Taurus. I don't know. That's the completion. Clarity, that's the finality of it. Because there was illusion. Someone's looking at their options, and it is looking at these types of ladies, promiscuous stuff, or cheating, right? And so when this comes to light, you're gonna majority of people, look what happened. It's very shameful, for both parties, whoever those people involved. The world looks at that as oh, yuck, you're a deceptive liar. Doesn't matter how much money you have, or how good looking you are. If you're disloyal, and you're hypersexual, dude, I'm telling you guys, I am not on X all the time, and the people and I'm a woman, so I'm not interested in these things, but I got this follower. There is hardly any type of protection at all. I clicked on this person, and to block them, you have to click on their profile. The first image was straight up vagina, straight up. Yeah. And so I don't know if these are just bots, but who made the bots? Who made the AI? So fuck you, Elon Musk. Fuck you, you cheating piece of shit. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And I see you for what you are. All these people you think are your fucking hero. Yeah. I bet half of these people that he has 222 million followers, how many of are ones he created himself. So everything is this illusion. You're seeing through it, and anyways, and of course there's going to be some real ones out there. You're moving forward because you're going to get clarity on this. Someone's felt some anxiety and some sleepless nights regarding feeling confused. That was that manipulation, right? Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah. And someone's getting a lot of money. You know, and the thing that I want to say regarding that, it had nothing to do with money. It has to do with, like, people talk about, oh, he's going to spend all his money now. He's going to lose all his money. Dude, fuck the money. It's the, you know, and that's the difference. That's the difference, because the Queen of Wands and King of Wands in reverse and the King and Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's all they're in it for. And there's no heart. There's no, it doesn't hurt them. They don't, yeah. And it's like, it's the disrespect. It's the betrayal, the lying to your fucking face when you know it, right? Like something like that. You're going to see this person, or I'm just telling you, ugh. Ooh, okay. So what is, and that's out of your control. These things are out of our control. All we can do is report, you know, other ladies and men out there, you know, if you happen to know, this is my personal opinion, but if you see something weird going on between people that you know are married, because I've already been there, and I got really blocked from being able to share that, and it did a number to me, because of, you know, money and business, but you know, it's just like I think I said, like the people in their workplace, you know, that saw that, the Coldplay thing, you know, being spotlighted, they knew what was going on. They saw it. But none of them had the fucking balls or the gall to go speak to the other husband and the other wife who were being cheated on. You know? So I just think that, like, I would want to know. I would want to know if, you know, that just shows where loyalty is. And you know why they keep it a secret? Because the loyalty is money, not you, not human nature, right? Sorry, I'm getting heated. There's that Mars. Okay. All right. What is out of your control regarding the situation? The Fool. Someone, a new beginning. So maybe an Aries. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries because this is the Fool card. So you can't control others jumping into new beginnings, okay? Or an Aries person or something like that. The Fool. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. Someone jumping into something new. You can't control when somebody wants to have something new. You know what I mean? I guess that's what's out of your control. All right. What are your hopes and your fears regarding this situation? Hopes and fears. Hopes or fears. Eight of Swords, feeling stuck and trapped in your thoughts. Or even someone going to jail, or feeling like someone's having a mental breakdown or a mental prison. Maybe you're hoping this person gets caught, you know, or you're fearful, vice versa. I also see Child of Coins, about children. Four of Swords, feeling like you can never feel healed. I think also there's fear of this affecting, you know, children, and causing them to have some type of, so that's the other thing that's spoken. So not just these two people who were like, woohoo, rendezvous, a secret thing. Those children now, how do you think that affects what they think about relationship and marriage and loyalty and money, right? How they see the world now. Also, there's a fear that someone can't rest and won't find some healing from a sense of disloyalty. Okay. All right. What is the outcome of this situation? Knight of Coins. So be patient. Wish fulfillment. So this is good. So it's what you're thinking, what you're hoping for, especially when it is, you know, wanting the highest good. So your final card says you will get this wish fulfillment. All right. Yes. Dang. maybe you literally want someone to get caught. You want someone to get caught up in their own words, okay? Feeling caught and stuck and trapped, okay? Maybe about this new beginning, or an Aries person. I also see 9-8 Virgo. Someone could be born in 98. There's also 80. Someone could be born in 80. Tell me more about this manipulation, okay? The Magician in reverse and someone juggling. Because that's one I really want to see. 4 of Cups in reverse. Someone's doing something to try and get out of regrets, or there was like, maybe they have no regrets about what they've done or what they're doing, or trying to get out of apathy or boredom. 41, someone could be 41, 4-1 Aries. What else was here with it? 1-2. Someone could be 20. All right, Leos, that is your first monthly message for August. Hopefully that gave you some guidance and clarity. All right, underneath there. So remember, as we work through this, you're already free. You have this passion, this creativity. There may be a thing of, even because that Wands energy can represent sexual energy. So there is a need to also find a sacredness with, under the beautiful side of sex, okay? And not the smutty stuff, or you have this new creativity that's going to help break you free from something. Now, literally for some of you, it could be that there's been addiction issues, or feeling trapped or controlled, and it really sad and depressed, not wanting to go anywhere or travel, or isolating yourself. But I do see 9-21, even Virgo's there too, and 9-8, but maybe moving forward into that future, even into September, okay, for you guys a little bit. That's like completion, and it's not just the world, it's the realm, which is maybe that portal even, right? And that cycle ending. Oh, see the the world there. Ooh. But seeing clearly that there's some emotional manipulation. This Queen of Cups in reverse could be in high anxiety, sleepless nights, anxiety. She could be using something that's keeping her up all night, or she could be playing a victim. I get it has to do with intoxication, and someone's just trying to move forward and not feel stuck and trapped and in fear. Okay, someone is trying to gain information or look in on someone, a lover, someone watching a lover. Okay, we have the Page of Swords, the Child of Swords, and the lover. Okay, the King of Wands is in reverse though. Oh, again, guys. Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. I thoroughly love this deck. The colors are vibrant, and as I look at it, I mean, the final outcome is what you're wishing for, what you're hoping for, and there's this need to be patient. You have this ability. There is good finances here. There is innocence. There's unconditional love. And I understand it. I kind of get this as like not sharing some of these harsh things or these truth. Not sharing this truth with some of the youth, okay? And it feels like a heavy burden because they're innocent in this situation. They're, and there is this unconditional love, and I get it as a sense of holding something back about someone having some new beginning or feeling trapped. That's what you have the ability of. Which is kind of weird because we're always wanting truth and clarity, but I'm also getting that there's a need to protect their innocence as well because they don't understand. Right? All right, Leos, that's your first monthly message for August. To check my channel to see your next messages. We will see how many we're still having. I have the Relative Tarot to work with, the Spirits in Flowers, and the Rose Oracle. And then you can check also your other placements. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.